Hi everyone, Scott Player here, and in this video, after I saw the Wicked movie, I went and thought, maybe I should rewatch Oz the Great and Powerful, and I did, and that's what this video is going to be about. I want to do a review of Oz the Great and Powerful, which came out back in 2013, so it's been like 12 years since Oz the Great and Powerful came out, and, it's telling a similar kind of story, but also different. I think it kind of does what the original movie did, in which you're following this character from the real world, and it's in black and white, right? And it's on quite the small screen. And then once Oz himself, played by James Franco, gets into that tornado and he's sent to Oz. It's repeating a similar kind of story as the original movie that came out in 1939, and there's something to be said about that, in which it's kind of telling the origin story of Oz's character, and I think that's really fascinating. And I think the adventure aspect of this movie, I really enjoy. It's not a musical, except for this one scene with the Munchkins that's played for humor in Munchkinland, and that's funny. But I think this movie, compared to Wicked, I don't think is as good. Like, because thinking about it, I saw the Wicked movie, and the more I thought about it, I really loved and appreciated it. Whereas with this movie, Oz the Great and Powerful, I really enjoy it. I like the story, and while I like James Franco's take on the character, it's this movie just kind of leads into the same kind of adventure trope as, say, some of Sam Raimi's other work, specifically Army of Darkness. The Oz the Great and Powerful kind of borrows a similar kind of structure in regards towards story, and also with James Franco's character of Oz being a bit selfish, and there's aspects of his character in which, he's not really caring too much about some of the characters, and it, that makes sense with the kind of character that he is. And by the end of this story, he basically becomes the better version of the character that we're more familiar with from other adaptations. And I also think that, the way they handle the Wicked Witch's origin story in this is completely different from Wicked. The Wicked stories from the original books, it's kind of being more like of a character study of the Wicked Witch of the West, right? And then also in the Wicked novels, which were eventually adapted into the musical, the Broadway musical, and then these new movies that are coming out now, it's telling a different side of the story from the Wicked Witch of the West's perspective, right? And Glinda's. And, you do get those characters in this movie. Like in Oz the Great and Powerful, these characters play a major role. But they have different names. Like the Wicked Witch of the West has a different name in this movie, in Oz the Great and Powerful, and the way she becomes, the Wicked Witch, with the green skin, it's completely different. She's not born with the green skin in this movie. She it happens to her after eating an apple, and it's interesting because it's kind of playing on a trope within Disney, because this is a Disney movie, and that's kind of the origin that they went for, being a little bit Disney inspired with the Wicked Witch and her origin in this. And this movie came out 12 years ago, so I think it's okay for me to give out some spoilers for those of you that I'm sure probably have seen this movie. And it's enjoyable. I think it's a solid film, although I think thinking about this movie as well as Wicked, which just came out a few months ago, I do think the Wicked movie is better in regards to story and characters, and also the fact that Wicked is a musical, and it just feels more in line with the original 39 film. And I think, Oz the Great and Powerful it does have some good in it, a lot of good. I think it's really enjoyable, and also, you get other characters in this, that travel with Oz. The monkey, and also the little China toy doll girl thing. She's cute. I like her little arc in this film, and I like there's this one other character. Well, she's the Wicked Witch's sister, so the Wicked Witch of the East, essentially. I think where they take her character is interesting. She's kind of like the main villain of the film, actually, the Wicked Witch of the East, at least, which she'll eventually become in the later stories after this prequel film. But they never made any other movies after this to follow this one up, and they eventually rebooted it essentially with Wicked in a sense. But yeah, this is a solid film, and I enjoy the score. I love Sam Raimi's direction. I think the visuals are really great too, and I think some of the set designs are very much borrowed from the 1939 film. The set locations, like especially in Munchkin Land, that one area in that circular spot that starts the yellow brick road leading into it, and then eventually going to the Emerald City, and all those visuals there, it's all literally feels like it's ripped straight out of the original 1939 film. And I love the production of this film, also well done, similar to Wicked. And yeah, it's a solid film. I think I do have like a few flaws with it, mainly with a few of the characters, but overall it is solid. And I think it's not necessarily it's not a prequel to Wicked. It's completely different. It's doing its own thing, and I'm hoping that with the new Wicked movie coming out this year, Wicked for Good, and I'm sure that will do well as well, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that the Wicked, these adaptations that we're getting now can eventually lead to a 5 or 6 film saga, and finally be a film franchise within the world of Oz, which is what I've been wanting for so long with this particular fantasy IP, and I'm really looking forward to that. So yes, if I had to give Oz the Great and Powerful a grade, I think I would give it maybe probably an A-. I think that'd be my grade for Oz the Great and Powerful. It's still a really good film to me. I think that Wicked overall is a better film. But yes, that is my review of Oz the Great and Powerful. It's enjoyable, and if you love the fantasy adventure genre, I think you'll love this. It's on Disney Plus. That's where I watched it on, so it's on there. And yeah, that should do it for my review of Oz the Great and Powerful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.